The Buddha believed that the root of all suffering is desire. When we are attracted to a woman or a man, and that attraction turns into desire, we can become overcome with extreme longing. We might call this love, but I would argue it is entrapment. Our life feels incomplete without this person in our life. They are always on our mind, and it is incomprehensible that they won't reciprocate the love you have for them. You can't escape this person. They haunt you while you sleep and while you are awake. But imagine seeing this person you are attracted to for what they are. Try removing the desire. This requires decomposing the person into their basic components. As Marcus Aurelius says, how good is it when you have roast meat or such like foods before you, to impress on your mind that this is the dead body of a fish, this the dead body of a bird or pig. Instead of seeing someone through the lens of your desire, see them raw, flesh and bone, just like you. They eat, sleep, defecate, and urinate. And when you're overcome with sexual desire, think about what Marcus Aurelius says.
Sexual intercourse is merely internal attrition and the spasmodic extraction of mucus.
Why should we work to rid ourselves of desire? Think about that clothing you bought, or that new piece of technology. You had wanted it for ages, and you finally took the plunge and bought it. But you don't feel satisfied. We are constantly seeking new things, objects and experiences. We are rarely satisfied with what we have. As Epictetus says, people to whom such things are still denied come to imagine that everything good will be theirs if only they could acquire them. Then they get them, and their longing is unchanged. Their anxiety is unchanged. Their disgust is no less, and they still long for whatever is lacking. Freedom is not achieved by satisfying desire, but by eliminating it. Freedom is where you look around, wherever you are, and you say, this is enough. This was the unhealthy cycle in my childhood. I would buy video games from a store, play them for a bit, get bored when their novelty wears off, and swap them in for new games. I would dip my toes into loads of different experiences, never fully immersing myself and enjoying one. It is often the case that walking home with a shopping bag that has something you bought in it is way more satisfying an experience than taking out and using that product. In your head, you can imagine the fun you'll have. You can fool yourself into believing your life is now complete with this new object in your life. And this feeling of wholeness might last a few days. But before long, you will be bored of this new thing you bought, and the lack you are feeling returns. Why do so many people buy the new iPhone? Is it such a revolutionary idea to be happy with the phone you have and make the most out of it? Why spend so much money on a new phone? Is it really the phone you are buying, or a temporary patch to your feeling of lack? Whether it be people or objects, we can never be satisfied. We believe we don't have enough, or the right friends. Our life situation isn't good enough for us. As Marcus Aurelius says, don't set your mind on things you don't possess as if they were yours, but count the blessings you actually possess and think how much you would desire them if they weren't already yours. But watch yourself, that you don't value these things to the point of being troubled if you should lose them. How does one let go of desire? The main method is to notice when desire comes up. Notice if you feel unsatisfied, and watch your thoughts. Are you thinking of the evening, where you can finally rest your desire-weary mind and drift off into slumber? Or that thing you want to buy, and only when you have it, you can be happy? Notice what you are doing and if it was influenced by desire? Are you on social media, envious of the lives your friends are leading? Are you reading reviews for a product you don't need? Posting a photo on social media with the intent of getting likes and comments? Waiting for that holiday where you will finally relax and be happy? Stop. Take a breath. Most of us are in the waiting room, and outside is our life. We believe that if we wait a little longer, we can finally start living and enjoying life. If I get this grade, this job, make this amount of money, have that house or that girlfriend, but what if you are happy now? As Alfred Adler says, happiness is a choice. So choose to be happy, and the painful claws of desire will go away. The power is in your hands. Freedom is secured not by the fulfilling of men's desires, but by the removal of desire. Epictetus.